So right now, what's your freedom number? Let's put up a goal, right? Let's have a goal, then let's have a game plan, right?
Okay.
So I know you said you have a number identified.
Yes, I'm looking at least 6,000 to 7,000.
Okay, so let's just say 6,000 a month.
Okay.
Okay. Now, again, I would say drill down deeper in the sense like, of course, 6K, we'll get to that, it'll be great. But bare minimum, if you don't do anything else for the rest of your life, the bare minimum coming that's going to cover your rent or mortgage and food and insurance, the basic stuff that just you can have a good life. Identify that number. It most likely is a bit less, like 4,000 is what I would think. Does that make sense? Not make sense?
Right. Probably 5. I would say 5.
Okay.
2.
5. Okay.
But
and that's fine. Different people are different, right? And the reason I'm saying bare minimum is like once we the lower the number is, within reason, right? I'm not saying $1,000 a month, but within reason, your mind can comprehend a lot easier, right? Then if I say 10K, it's like, oh my God, all these years I've never made a dime. Now I got to go from 0 to 10K, you know? So let's just say $5,000 a month.
Okay.
Right? Now, we will be identifying some rank and rent sites. I call them rank and rent partners. Okay. And then we'll also be doing some SEO plans.
Okay.
Right. And the reason I'm saying that is because you have a background in selling to local businesses. If you when you learn a few things of how to say, how to talk to a local business owner, and we give you cold scripts, and I have, if you go over here, I have a whole, in the coaching calls, like live calling clients. We do this and we actually land clients. So once you learn what to say and things like that, it's going to be, you're going to find it. It's as simple as that. Just like anything in life, Maria, you know that. Before we learn to drive a car, oh my God, there's so many things in a car. I got to put the brake, the clutch, the this and that. Now, I'm having coffee and I'm on the phone and I'm driving. You know how it is, right? That's how it is. Okay. So when we have this, keep in mind SEO clients. That's going to be quicker money. Okay, you can probably get an easy $1,000 to $2,000 a month within the first month.
But what exactly is SEO client? What does that mean?
Okay, great question. Let's go back, right? So let's say I'm going to search for tree surveys in a city, and we'll go over what city, what niche, low hanging, all of that, right?
Okay.
But that means there's 90 people a month searching. You got that, right? We want to put up our own Google GMBs and our own website. So when somebody is calling, if this is our website, they find our website, or they find our Google listing, let's just say, and we are going to be putting our own phone number. So when they call this number, we then forward it to a real tree company. So basically, rank and rent is SEO, the work, the ranking work we will do on our own assets, our own website.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we're going to do the work. We're going to put a website, a Google listing, the phone number, the backlinks, the content, all of that, bring it to the top of Google. As the website starts getting calls, we'll forward them to a real tree company or a plumber, whatever niche we are in, and that company will pay us.
Okay.
SEO client is we will go to an existing client, an existing company who is not on the top of page 1, someone on the bottom, and say, hey, Mr. Anway, hey, Mr. Infinity, hey, Mr. Adrian's tree service, I'll work on your website to get it to the top. So I'm doing the work on their website. That's all the difference is.
Oh, okay.
Right? So SEO clients, right? We do the work, which is the ranking on the client's website and Google listings of GMB. Rank and rent is basically rank and rent We do the work on our own. We own the website and the Google listing. Make sense?
Okay. Right. And so to rank the client's website, we only charging $1,000?
Depending, I'm just taking an example, depending on the niche, on the competition, all of that. So if I'm going to rank a small gutter repair guy in a small city of 20,000 population, $500 a month, I can make some profit. But if I'm going to rank a dentist in a 1 million population city, even $2,000 a month may not be enough because there's so much more competition, so much more content, so many more backlinks, all of that.
But right? What to stop them from, once it's ranked, for them to say, oh, no, I don't want to after a few months?
Great question, right? That can happen. That often happens. It's then a matter of just relationship with the client and also letting them know, so far, we started ranking you for dentist in Chicago. We'll continue to rank you for the other keywords now. The next 2-3 months, pediatric dentist. We're working on all of the other services, all the other keywords, and that's how it is.
Okay, so give them something down the road to look forward to.
Exactly. And it's also a matter of educating them. Just like you're running ads or you're running an ad on radio or television, if you stop paying, we stop doing. And so if Google update happens and there's always ups and downs, we won't be able to help you. So it's a matter of educating the client. That's all.
Okay.
Right. But that's why most people go for rank and rent, because this is long-term passive, because they want to own the asset and you're renting it out. And just like real estate, this is digital real estate. Make sense?
Absolutely. Yes.
So the reason I'm saying we're going to put a game plan, and in that game plan, we'll have a mix of rank and rent and SEO, is because once you know how to talk to a client and bring him on board as an SEO client, that's going to bring you some quick cash. Even if the client just stays with you for 2 to 3 months and he pays you $1,000 a month, most likely 50% will be profit for you. And you can use that funds to invest in putting up your own rank and run website or things like that.
Okay.
Right? The other day I was talking to a couple who went from $0 to $42,000 a month, just SEO clients.
Oh, wow.
Right? At the same time, I know people who have only rank and rent and they do $30K a month. So it depends. Are you want to go fully rank and rent? I know people. You want to go fully SEO? There are people. I personally, I have a mixture of both. Just I don't want to put all the eggs in one basket. That's all.
Okay.
And with your background and your experience in selling to local businesses, there's so many ways I can show you how you can make some money. That's going to fund you for your long term.
Oh, awesome. Now, you would also, for me to go and to get these SEO clients, obviously I need to know what I'm doing. So is that like all in the training area? And then
yes, everything is in the training, right?
Okay.
So we have a lot of stuff over here. That's what, as we put I have this video on client SEO pricing model, right? I have a whole module on this email, just using cold email to land clients. So based on your personality, your skill set, what you want to do, you can figure out what you want to do to get clients, right?
Okay.
And also, in the meantime, we'll also be putting up some rank and rent also. Okay. So just so you understand, you can rent a website for $200 a month or even $5,000 a month, depending on how competitive or easy it is. So for example, if you go to a big plumber, right? And you tell that plumber, I'm going to send you, you're in a huge city, you're in a big city like Chicago or even Atlanta, which is your backyard, right? I can send you $40,000 of business every month. And if I can do that, do you think you can pay me 10%, $4,000? Most likely, the plumber will say, yeah, sure. If you're going to send me $40,000 of business, I will pay you $4,000 all day long, right? But if you go to a local, like a one-man guy who just started, he mostly may not be able to even do a $40,000 business. He probably, he's just happy to make an extra $3,000, $4,000 a month as a one-man gutter repair, gutter cleaning, right? And he will pay you 300, $400, right?
Oh,
So when you're
yes.
starting out, I always say you want to go for the low-hanging fruit, right?
Oh,
And we're going to
right.
identify some of those, because if you can learn not only how to identify a low-hanging niche, how to talk to a contractor, how to then put up the rank and run website and all that and be able to rank it and send some calls, right? If you can do that and you only make, let's say, $400 a month, right? Once you learn that, and it could probably take you 3 to 4 months of, like good work to learn the whole thing, then you can rinse and repeat any number of $400 a month. You can go $1,000 a month. You can go big, small, your ambition level, how much you want to work, right?
Right.
But on an average, from experience, I'll tell you, you can rank a rank and run site in the low hanging niche anywhere from $400 to $700 a month, easy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm not talking big city competition, nothing. I'm talking small, low hanging. I'm going to show you some of those.
Okay, awesome.
So average, let's just say you have $600 a month is what your rank and rent rental income per site is.
Okay.
Right? That
Yes.
means you probably need about 6 sites, 6 of these rented to make $4,800 a month. Am I doing the math right? No. I mean, you need 7, you need 8 of these. Sorry, 8 of these. 8, right?
Yes.
The way we will do it is, maybe we don't know how it will pan out. Maybe it will be 5 websites rented at $600 a month, right? Which brings you $3,000 a month. And then maybe you may even get a good one at $1,000 a month, like one at that. So that's 4,000, right, total. Right? And then you may get an SEO client who's going to pay you $1,000 a month. Right? We don't know how it's going to pan out. We're just going to start doing the work and somehow it'll come out.
Okay.
Okay. The biggest mistake I see people making, I made it in the past, I see a lot of people, dozens of students, everybody makes, is we think it's linear income. Okay, it takes me 3 or 4 months to put up a rank and run site for $400 a month. So then another 4 months for another 400. At this rate, it's going to be taking me 3 or 4 years by the time I make $5,000 a month. But it's not like that, because once you learn the skill set, you can do multiple websites. But more importantly, once you have one website rented, a great relationship with the contractor, you can upsell so many different things. He will refer you other businesses. I mean, you'll just take off like that. It always happens exponential. Like my tree guy, when I first started, we just started with one city, 100,000 population, and he started paying me $300 a month. When you send 3, 4, 5 jobs a month to a concrete guy, and every concrete job he makes $2,000 to $3,000, and he made $10,000 or $15,000 this month, he is so happy. He doesn't want to leave you. He may not pick up a call from his wife, but he will pick up your call. Does that make sense? So I don't go as a salesperson. I literally say we are partners, Tom, John, whoever you are, right? If you are good at cutting trees, you are good at being a HVAC guy, you are good at painter, whatever your niche is. I'm good at marketing and sending these calls. If you want to grow, we work together. For whatever reason, if you think my calls are not worth it, you can leave me. For whatever reason, if I think you're not paying me, I'm sending you a lot of calls, but the money is not there because for whatever reason you're not closing the jobs, or you're closing the jobs but not paying me. I'm not saying it's you, but it's happened. If for whatever reason we don't agree with each other, I own these assets, I'll just go to a competitor. Right? And they're like, oh, no. Who wants to leave? Who wants to cut the golden goose?
Right.
So it's once you get into relationship, it's a whole different relationship. Every 99% of the marketers out there, Maria, they are salespeople. They're so good at selling. I truly go as a blue collar guy. I'm just a small business owner like you. You're doing all the work to feed your family. I'm doing the same work to feed my family. Right? If you make $20,000 cutting down trees, I know that's a lot of work. You have to climb a tree and cut it down, right? it only is fair you keep 18,000, but do you think it's fair you can give me 2,000? Because I may not be climbing trees, but I'm doing the work, I'm putting the website, I'm doing the content, I'm doing this, that takes money.
Right.
Right. And 99% of the people are like, of course, absolutely, long term. Make sense?
Yes, yes, yes.
So most people I've seen 7 to 8 good websites, either it's rank and rent rented out or SEO clients, that's 5 to 8K a month. So now we brought down the 5K a month to 7 good partnerships. That's all you want to see. It could be SEO clients, it could be rank and rent, most likely a combination.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So once you understand this, then there's one, we will go and we start identifying rank and rent low hanging, I just call them low hanging fruits, right? Where it's we don't have to do a lot of work, but we can still generate some calls. Right? We don't have to do a lot of work, but we can still make $500 a month.
Okay.
And the second part is we will also be identifying 1 or 2 client outreach strategies or methods. So we have a dozen different client strategies to get SEO clients in the membership area in the course. You can go through those videos and say, you know what? I like this. I want to try this. You know what? I like cold email. I like cold call. I like tapping into my warm market, LinkedIn. There's so many different ways. Your personality, your time commitment, all of that, you decide what you want to try, and we are there to help you. So just the other day, I don't know if I can find it. Somebody posted that he was talking to a contractor, and he had the contractor was asking some questions. I'm trying to find it. Look, this guy posted, I built my first rank and rent. Can somebody take a look and tell me? Right? And then people are commenting, yeah, send me the link, I'll give you feedback. So you're part of a community. You're not by yourself. It's not just you or you and me alone. There's a lot of people answering questions and helping you out. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. And there's people that's in the group that I could say, well, can you build my website out? And then
yes. There are people in Pakistan and India who are very technical, and they may not actually. There's a couple of guys. There's a gentleman in Florida who's pretty good on the phone, and he partnered up with a guy in Pakistan who's good on putting up the websites and ranking. And together, I don't know what they're making, but at least they have 3 or 4 websites rented out, at least 4 or 5K a month when they're sharing it. So you can partner with somebody.
Oh, I'd love to find somebody like that. So I could just
that's what I'm saying. There's so many ways you can do it. So it's not just, oh, here's the training, bunch of videos. If it's only videos, anybody with access to YouTube can make it in life, right? You need some kind of a mentorship, some kind of a community, some kind of, we are human beings after all. That's the whole thing. Make sense?